A very warm welcome to yet another Kumekucha video, information and analysis that is very difficult to find anywhere else. I recommend that you subscribe and you hit the bell button so that you receive notifications every time I have a new video. Karibu sana and enjoy. Moments earlier, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, addressed the nation for the first time concerning the terrorist attack at 14 Riverside Drive yesterday. The President confirmed the total number of fatalities at 14. Now, every single human life is very precious, and my deep sympathy and condolences goes to all those who lost loved ones, people close to them, and their families as well. May God give them comfort during this time, which must be very trying. Now, you'll remember I said in my video yesterday that Kenya had scored a victory in this particular matter. So now that the dust is settling over this very unfortunate incident, the time is ripe for us to go deep, very deep into this whole issue. Now, yesterday, when initial reports came in, I feared the worst, because that particular area is normally very crowded for the particular specific time the criminals chose, which of course they did very deliberately, because the objective is maximum casualties. And considering all the factors, very crowded area, surrounding building, passers-by, etc., I feared that a minimum of 100 fatalities would come out of this tragedy. But it didn't happen. So, what went wrong for these criminals? So that despite the finances, despite the months they must have spent planning this, despite the risks taken, they came out with nothing, very little to show for their efforts. Now, for a reason that is not clear, but will probably become clearer going forward, the suicide bomber did not detonate the explosives inside the hotel, as earlier reported. They did it outside. That made a huge difference. But in my view, what really made all the huge difference between success and miserable failure for the criminals, the people who stood in the gap for the country called Kenya and made that significant difference were the people, Kenyans. In sharp contrast to the Westgate attack about 5 years ago on 21st September 2013, Kenyans did not look helpless. In 2013, Kenyans came out very clearly as helpless, scared, paralyzed, defenseless, and so on. This time round, they fought back valiantly. They fought back by bravely helping each other, some of them putting their lives on the line to help each other to safety. Now, the criminals were shooting from a high up floor in one of the buildings. Now, this not only gives them an advantage in a firefight, because it's very hard to return fire successfully to somebody who's shooting from a higher point and you're down on the ground. Apart from that, they also had the advantage of a larger area to shoot at people indiscriminately. The idea being maximum casualties. Now, it is standard when somebody is shooting at you and there's nowhere to take cover, the best thing to do is to lie down. You reduce very dramatically the size of the target, the target being you. In numerous clips showing Kenyans trapped by the terrorists with the security forces not having arrived yet, you will clearly hear people urging colleagues to lie down, or when they're running, to keep their heads low. That may appear very basic to you, but the truth is, very many lives were saved in this way. Other Kenyans took to social media and advised those trapped inside the building to switch off their phones or to put them on silent mode to avoid detection. Some private citizens, including a lawyer I know, who is a licensed firearm holder, rushed to the building to help rescue people. Of course, this is not a good idea, but they did it anyway. They were fighting back. The criminals, who must have imagined that this will be another repeat of Westgate, must have been very rudely shocked. And then to cap it all, our security boys were prepared. They were more than prepared. Apart from the very quick response, which saved scores of lives, they obviously knew exactly what to do. The long and short of it all is that Kenyans were united in their resolve to deal with these criminals who are always targeting Kenyans unfairly. And there are a few things that happen that illustrate the mood Kenyans were in. The usually reputable New York Times went ahead and carried very brutal, gory pictures from what was going down at 14 Riverside Drive. Kenyans very quickly came out and condemned them and put the local correspondents on defense. I understand they've just very recently been posted to Kenya for the New York Times. And in their defense, they said they just do the story and they send the pictures. And the publishing decisions are made in New York, which is a lame excuse, because why send photographs that you don't want to be published? Why? Anyway, they finally apologized. Of course, such photographs, apart from being inappropriate to publish, are very good propaganda tools for the criminals to use. But it is clear, yesterday, 15th of January 2019, very many things went wrong for these criminals. Now the unfortunate part. For starters, it's very unfortunate that some Kenyans decided to turn this into a battleground for religions, man-made religions, which was playing directly into the hands of our enemies, these criminals. That is exactly what they wanted all along. If I can remind you, there have been so many attacks, where these criminals have divided Christians and Muslims, and then released the Muslims and killed the Christians. The whole idea is, of course, to spread animosity, But yesterday, some people did this work directly, for the criminals. Even this thing of targeting a certain community, targeting Somalis, is playing right into their hands. And in a moment, I'll explain exactly what I mean. But for now, it should be obvious that every community, every tribe, has the bad guys and the good guys. You cannot profile an entire community or tribe. In my view, that is criminal. Then the other thing that some people did, which played right into the hands of our enemies, was to start complaining, and saying that our soldiers should be withdrawn from Somalia immediately, which is one of the main requests of the terrorists. But actually, they're pretending, they're lying, they're being very hypocritical. And you'll understand why I'm saying this in a moment. Now, let's dive a little deeper, or even deeper into this issue, so that we all get a clear understanding of exactly what we're faced with here. These attacks, by these criminals on innocent Kenyans did not start yesterday. It didn't start even in the 90s. It started a long time ago, in the 60s. And let me just illustrate this with a personal story. Now, I believe the year was 1967. I was just 3 years old. But the whole drama was so traumatic to me that I have never forgotten most of the main details. But you can imagine a very innocent, young, tender-aged 3-year-old me right in the middle of a terrorist attack. The gunshots were very loud. My brother got so scared that he threw up. He vomited his entire evening meal, which we had taken barely an hour before. Now, don't miss that amazing true story of what happened to me, yeah, in the next part of this video, as well as a deep look, yeah, into these terrorists and how they behave. And more importantly, you will totally understand where all these things started, yeah, so that you realize that it's not about withdrawing Kenyan troops from Somalia. It's not. Now you know the drill. As soon as that video is ready, you'll see the link on the top left-hand corner of your screen. As soon as the usual video links, yeah, come up, yeah, very shortly. If you don't see it, it means it's not yet ready. Yeah, just come back after a minute or so, after 10 minutes or so, it should be there. And you'll be able to click and go right through it, because this is a story you don't want to miss. Yeah, catch you there. This is Kshs Kumekucha.